everyone, I am Palpatine021, aka the Senator, and we're here with City Skylines 2 Waikato 4.0. We're ready to let the first sims and businesses in, aka let the simulator rip. So we're finally here after 3.1, where we did put down the transit route, put down the bike parking. We did a quick fire reading. Link it to 3.1 in the description box or in the end screen. And we're basically ready to go to see the so-called proof of the pudding, or whether this is gonna whether this is actually gonna backfire rather spectacularly. Now I am gonna do a quick change over there, and that will become apparent in just a moment. Actually, before we do let the simulator rip, there is this one thing I need to fix up first, because this is going to come up as a probably as a bugbear a little bit later. As soon as it stops playing around. The best way to do that is actually just... it's because it's not. Try that again. Actually, if anything, I should... No, it's going to do it regardless. Over. Just gonna. And then actually, we're gonna go all the way down. In fact, that will form very nicely. Coming into there like that to link up with that, which I believe is the Technical University. So that links up very nicely to go there, which allows for me to temporarily always a bit of perfection kicking in here when you excuse me a second while I just move things around a bit, because this is actually setting up for any future expansion right off the bat. That's probably because I'm next to a haunted house. Oof. There's it right there. And because that is so low, it's probably not going to let me go underneath it. Which is... yeah, going to be a bit of a bugbear with that one. No, 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 no. Okay, so we're going to have... just wondering if it's going to... okay, yeah, so... always a will. Where there's a will, there's a way. As they say. That allows me just to do this. And then what will happen there is... allows me to form up there, and then what it will allow me to do here, because basically getting ready for the first promenade, if I was setting mine to it, okay, so that should allow me to then this so-called, now that's going to come up the other way, isn't it? Yep. Oh, a bit of a texture drop there. But basically allows that to form up, and then I can extend that on its way out. So that just allows for that extension and a promenade to happen. But without further ado, we come back to that. Time to let rip and see what happens. Alright, we are away. Just got to bear in mind, yep, and away we go. Now, I've got to remember the Chicago stuff had already kicked off, as well as some of the industry, due to I had to release the game simulator to do some, what is it? Some error finding. It was mainly resulting around that bus stop, the bus roads, and the large bus station, because it uses the these roads, and they just weren't forming up properly. Now, one thing I also want to make sure I do, which I have not done yet, is we now do this. So what's in here? What are we doing in here? Yep, so we're all the way we go. Your demand's going to crash down because we've got to wait for them to build, and for our first sims to actually move in. So this could be a little bit as we just get going. I'm actually gonna well, that's one thing I do need to check is yeah, don't need to worry about that yet. We're all good here. I think our connections are all good at the moment. Let's extend that. Now, what I was also going to look at do is, well, there go the first trains now. Here they go. And that's a graphics thing, but it's not going to affect it. So the trains are away, the buses are away, the trams are away, everything's away, away we go, and it was just a case of waiting for everything to come along. So here goes the first tram. Away he goes. While we're waiting for, all coming along nicely, which means we are going to get eventual traffic jams, so that's going to happen, but that's because the sims are moving, all moving in. As a case of, we've just got to wait, let this currently, play out at the moment. There's nothing more we can so-called really do. What I will do is do a bit of mix and match. Well, actually, no, just... let's get... So, yeah, because low density goes first. Trams are away. And basically, don't follow up with that too far, too quickly yet, because it could cause issues straight off the bat. We have a case of overzoning, and then I'm having to struggle real quickly to catch back up. Yeah, we're not ready for row housing yet, so... ooh, if we're going to pop those... we'll see how they go. Put in the Australian ones, doing a little bit of mix and match. Not that I'm overtly... oh, yeah, I've already got those. Oh, yeah, here they come. Here comes the first lot of houses. And this is the Chicago set. Oh, okay. So that's a decal issue. You can see there. Garage is at the back. Yet this is at the front. So these are going to be fascinating to watch them develop. And as you can see, our first sims are all moving in. So the traffic is going to be a bit stink for a bit. As we wait for the... they'll come. Is that just... is that telling me I need to do... oh, okay. Which is, I think that was sunk. Okay, so the reason why that's complaining is... they need back exits as well. Okay, no, that's totally fine. I don't mind doing that. I just have to know about it so I can just... bring in a roadway, that's all. Oh, here... oop, here they come. Here, it's... looks like... I hope there's no decals missing. Or they're waiting for me to decal it. Well, this is the Chicago set. And... let me just take that off. Yep. Now, you would have heard me mention 3.1 that I don't do parks all the time. This is why. If nothing's going to develop in there, then that makes good spaces to do parks. Now, the roads are going to be congested for a while as we've got people trying to move in. Now, I can do something about this. In fact, I am likely to do something about that. But yeah, these are... let's drop back down. Whoops. Oh, and this is the little scene I did earlier. So, you got your little cakes, bagels, and kosher goods, spicy greasy, and halal meats. Ooh, nom 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 nom. Now these look... ooh, they look fascinating. Of course, they look a bit out of place at the moment. So I think is we're not in full development yet, but these look good. Of course, your typical vanilla assets. Now, what are these? These are the San Fran homes. Oh, no, they look nice. And, of course, I had to put a roadway back. Is that because the driveways are all sitting in the back? Which our lot would learn to do that. Keep roadside free. or your pedestrian wall free, and put your garage, put your garages out the back. So technically they're facing the wrong way around. But whatever, I'll do custom zoning to support that. And here's the Australian version. These have no garages. So what I've got to be conscious of, although I have got it supplied, is I've just got to watch my parking. Unless I do it deliberately, on-street parking is not a thing. And if there is on-street parking, you pay for it. None of this free stuff. Yeah, nice to know I can do that. And yes, as I said, you pay for the privilege. That's the Southwestern. EV charging. Now I don't need to do bike parking because, or shouldn't need to. Might do some bike parking in here, mind you. Got to be careful I don't override my own props. There goes some bike parking in there for you. Okay, so that's all popping along. Now, industry's going to come up naturally, and looks like low density is, and not surprising, this is all taken off. This is all Southwestern. So we're all looking fine in there. The medium density stuff will come along later. Although technically it already is. We've got medium density in here. Medium density here, so this is all northeastern. So northeastern high density. Get us off the ground. Mixed housing coming through. Now, commercial's low at the moment, so they'll be pretty empty for the moment till we get that all sorted. I knew low density was going to be a big one. Do we have... Yes, we do. We do have the low rent housing, the French low rent housing with some French mixed use. And do we have... Don't have the Eastern European one yet, do we? Because no reason for it. Yeah, okay, they're all going to have a big sookie there. Industry is... Yep, there's the industry all coming along fine. Now, I did allow... whoops. Room for industrial expansion. So... This was, it's one of those if I do, yeah, just do that. With parking, industrial I don't usually worry too much about on-street industrial parking, so I don't need to, don't usually need to worry too much there, so. Now, we can start also. In fact, if anything, this should be. And I am going to switch this to... now for that, and I am going to plop down our first signature buildings, but I've got to be careful that I don't hit anything from the supply chain, because that needs a little bit more to work with. That could definitely go in. Dairy house, maybe. Paper factory, actually no, we're not going to be in any position to put those in yet. Ground earth would be the closest. He would be technically all the way out here, so no, I am not in the position to put any of those in yet. That said, if I shoot back to residential, could put in a few, excuse me, could put in a few signature buildings here to move things along. Rockhouse Mansion, that's not going to fit. Well, that's definitely not going to fit. Oh, that fits nicely. So I can definitely put something in there. Oh yeah, and probably put some... Oh, just off. Just a little bit too big to sit in there. And it's a corner lot too, so... you want to be very specific where you actually want to so-called plot this. Mightn't be in any position that I can support, as I said, yet. Though it could make a very nice addition in here, next to the school, because why not? I thought that was going to happen. It's going to have a sookie about the road. It's fine. Because we need to do it anyway to get ready to so-called come out and expand into this area. And I should have this on because this... Okay, because we should always... nope, wrong one, wrong one. Because it eventually allows for expansion out to here, although it's not going to be priority yet. So let that go. That should already be... Yep, there goes the first lot of residents. Okay, so we're looking for a lot of low-density residential at the moment. That's fine. That was factored in, and I do know where I'm actually going to spot it. As I said, we're not doing signature yet, because this is the founding industry area, so if I was to do it, it would be done elsewhere. And I will actually... do that, and I will chuck in some more cycle parking, because they actually do use it in the industrial areas. Okay, is that the fishing? Yep, it's the fish, so that's all fine. Okay, so that's going all well. Nothing over here yet to worry about. I'm just going to make sure I've got workers. Yep. Okay, the mixed juice will come along when it's ready as, and I've also zoned medium density for when that is ready. This will get backfilled all later on, so... this is all fine. It looks like it's raining in game. I want to make this a bit of a bit of a luxury area. So, and this has the potential to... no, I don't think it can come underneath. There goes the trains. Yes, it can. It can come underneath here, so I can actually spin this around. This is all fine. Yeah, peanut about. Oh, I hate when they do. I detest when they do that. So that's... That is... Oh, the reason why they've got to do that? Because I've got anything that comes around. So they've all... Oh, that's a real pet peeve when that happens. It's because to access this lane. Okay, so what I need to do is... Could be. Yeah, might just need to so-called reset that up so they're not doing this. That is a mega pain in the butt. Yeah, it does lead to connection issues. It should stop them making doing this. The only thing I've got to do is just realign that intersection up, and this is where you start a little bit. Right, that should... I will deal with that more later. Later on. Looks like that's also a looks like that's also a bit of a... Yeah, bit of a highway, bit of a terrain glitch. Yep, and of course that traffic's just going to be a perennial pain because we've got everyone moving in at once. So, that's just a case of it's going to happen. And if I really want to be specific about parking, actually you don't want parking because it just blocks the main street. Go and park somewhere else. Okay, no, there goes the rest of it taking off now because it's because of demand. What's all this? don't need to do... really need to do split phasings in that. That's not needed. Actually, this has been updated too. That's good to know. At least I can now see my own traffic operations. Okay, so what I need to do is turning bays. So this would be, because it's a 6-laner. Okay, and don't forget, because I don't. Cycle lanes I will do later. There's, if not, an off-thing cycle trail for there. Okay, so that should just give a little bit more turning capacity in. And this is continuing to, yep, we're all moving properly. Now, industry, of course, is still going to be so this is just going to be a little bit of a pain in the backside for a while, because we're just waiting. I didn't realize I had a public transport route through here. Unless he's coming from a... Yep, there they all go. A little bit better, a little bit chaotic. Some will say it's the game, others will just say, including me, that's just the way it is. Okay, so what I've got to be cautious of, these will fill up quickly, because these, I don't think these have got parking slots in them. So in that case, what we have to do is, I do need to, where applicable and where I can, actually do provide parking, so otherwise... Okay, because these do actually fill up. They can fill up quite quickly. Could actually cause problems, ironically, with my on-street parking if I've got it floating around. Okay, and do I have actually parking? What is the parking fee set into here? Yeah, okay, that's it's more expensive to park on roadside. Yay, so everything is working well. Yeah, industry's going to be quite intensive and quite high demand for a while. So that'll be a big one to so-called keep an eye on. Yeah, no, I'll just demolish the factory. Why don't I? So that allows for that to happen, and for me, get more of that in. How are we going? Looking all very well. So what I do want to do is, now, we will be preparing for the next expansion right off the bat, so I will prepare it now. So they're all complete. So there, here comes our first expansion. Okay, so we're preparing for our first expansion now. Okay, and so what I'll do is I'll just get the road set up. Now, interestingly, is this is buried, isn't it? So what I want to do is, can I get the road over? The answer is yes, I can. The answer is yes, I will. And there we go, there's the connection there. So that is connecting to a main road, not necessarily a bad thing. It is, you could say it is one way in, one way out at the moment. Not, no, because I actually do have, I can get future connections out. Okay, so I'll just do that now for so-called future proofing. Okay, so you don't need to panic there. And what I can do is extend cycleways to go over. Okay, so we don't need to so-called panic out. I'll actually keep the simulator running. Okay, so we keep that running. So that's all and I will okay, so that's all set up there. And then we'll quickly add some all hail the roundabouts. Yeah, so they're all moving in, which is always going to be a bit of a problem. Okay, so that's that done, and then get the cycling set up. Yep, that's all set up. There's a connection there. Okay, here comes the high density. Medium density is starting to kick through now. That is always a that's always a good thing. As the demand shifts around, which means they will also start flowing into the commercial as well, which is a good thing too. IK, the mixed use, which is all sitting there at the moment. There we go, so that forms that connection. So that coming up, I should see, yeah, here comes more low density now. sorry, low rent housing. Yep, they're all coming through. As I said, the traffic, it's going to be like this today. So once we complete the video here, basically I'll just allow to keep the simulator running. Ooh, now those are coming along very nicely. Now, whoops. So pop in, drop down. Unfortunately, it's raining. Looking very nice. Yes, I've got the passageways in here. So the garages are backing onto the road properly in this case. Oop, got a cyclist. And the reason why he's jumped, he's off. So this is a pedestrian road. And then with the alleyways, they're meant to back onto the alleys. There you go. And that is it here. So looking very nice, very sophisticated. Where's he going? Is he going to work or something? Got the pedestrians walking too. So those are looking very nice. Oh, yeah, okay, there are some gaps, that's fine. So I haven't placed all yet, so I can decide what to do with those later. But that is looking very good. Are these the row houses which do rely on parking? Should be enough there, but I've got other places where it can be done. Hello. This is the Australian stuff. Yep, and then I did drop some San Fran stuff right there too. Looking very nice, although it looks very bland from up in the sky. What's all this? Is this the... yeah, row housing. So the row housing's finally taking off as well. I saw them scrambling into car parking. For the high density stuff, which I suppose is expected, although still, because it's the way they move in. Yeah, that forms as a good backfiller, so. Okay. Well, that is looking all very well. As I said, the congestion is going to be around. Okay, now I should have known this was going to happen, and this is the place, me placing a park in the wrong spot. And what I'm also going to do here is remove U-turns. So that should stop that happening. Get him moving again. As I said, the reason why this is all blank at the moment, because I'm likely to do signature buildings. Come back down with my signature signature buildings. Now, at the same time, and this is where dropping down to street level is going to work. That's a post office, you can hear if you're wondering. Oh, I can't do it because it's overlapping. Okay, so we get to have fun with that. Yep, that's just going to be fun and games for a while. Oh well, such as it is. I don't think we're going to have the time for this. No, we won't, but I will actually do that off screen just to see, because I am going to do the first round of checks. But otherwise, we've let the simulator rip. All is looking well. I've got the first round of expansion land ready to go. It will be low density. I'm probably going to do it as English. I'll do the UK. Yeah, definitely do it as the UK. And then I also start pushing the industrial. That was meant to have stopped. So that is, I need to see why the game has started that again. That's a very big pet peeve. That's no good. No point doing that. And that'll be them coming all the way from that angle. That's the case of just leave it. There's plenty of other exits to use. You might just have to go the long way. Oof. Got a full-blown thunderstorm in effect. Oh dear. Right. This is where we will leave it for now. So we're let rip. We're all going in. It's going to take a little while to settle down, and I'm not going to. I might do some more. It'll be more residential needing to be done. I'm not going to do any more so-called zoning for the moment, because I need this to basically catch up, and I just need to see where everyone is, and I need to do my first round of checks. But yep, away we go, and I will get some photos, and I also do some off-screen videos as well as of the transit system as that's moving in full effect. I am Palpatine001 aka Senate. This is Waikato. We are well and truly on the way. Traffic will sort itself out, don't need to worry. We've still got Sims moving in, and we're getting ready to start our first expansion up in the top, up over here. Will be low density residential. I am noticing the high stuff is taking off, so we'll just keep a good eye on that as well. In the meantime, planning, building, and experiencing. Oof.